ideal future state. So that's your ideal mental model of your ideal future state. It also guides your behavior. It challenges you to reach higher, just a higher standard of excellence, which is so important. And it also implies change. So if you have a vision, those four things are going to be a part of that vision. So George Washington Carver says, where there's no vision, there is no hope.
Yeah.
So it's very important as an entrepreneur that you have these characteristics of a vision. And I'm very, very big on vision boards and things like that.
Are you?
Very big on that.
Why is that?
Because if you don't have it in front of you, you don't know where you're going. And I've actually done it for about the last 5 years since I've been a full-time entrepreneur. And it has made a difference.
Yeah.
I've noticed from year 1 to year 5 what the difference is. So it's now more internal vision as opposed to an external vision.
To be quite honest, starting off, when I started as an entrepreneur, I was skeptical about writing it. Some of it was laziness because I'm just a go-getter. Like, I got the idea, let's do it. I started writing these goals down and these visions and these thoughts, and I would see them happening, right? So then I even got so disciplined that I would, every day I had a different goal, and I type it in my phone and look at it that morning. And Johnette, I would be amazed. These things were happening.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
Explain that, because it was scary at first. Like, I was like, oh my goodness, like I can do anything, because
Seriously.
it showed the power or the law of attraction.
Yes.
Or so explain a little bit what you've experienced with that.
Just vision. For 2017, it says break the mold. And sometimes we have to break the mold that we put ourselves in. As an entrepreneur, you want this big business. You have this vision of that private plane and that Bentley and all of these
sipping
things,
champagne.
And
Desmond, pictures of Desmond all in the plane. And when I get off the plane, it's a big rug.
It's the red rug. Was it
No,
red?
it's going to be black and
It's
white.
going to be black and white. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Does it
be
have
my
the Greek
face.
keys on the side?
The who?
The Greek key. The Greek little keys on the side?
Oh, no, it doesn't have that.
Okay, just
it's
black.
going to be my face.
You going to walk on your face?
Yup.
Okay,
Plane going to be a face. Picture of me in the sky. You're looking up in the sky, it's going to be me. No, it's going to be a blimp.
It's going to be
just my face. I just switched it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what happened to the Hindenburg, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Talking about breaking that mold, when we put ourselves in this box, and sometimes we put that lid on that jar ourselves, we have to really break the mold. And that's something, in 2016, my motto was, what I fear, I must confront.
That's good.
So everything,
Hashtag that.
Oh my goodness, what I fear, I must confront.
That's good.
And in 2016, I did some things that I would have never done.
What are some things you did?
Like coming on a radio show. Like coming on a radio show, talking and just getting out networking. And those are things that I had never done. So breaking that mold, conquering those fears. And sometimes as entrepreneurs, we have that lid on our business, we have that lid on our lives, we have that lid on our success, and you have to break yourself out of that mold we put ourselves in.
But it can be scary though to break out of the mold. As Richard was just talking about, sometimes those limitations, it's like a safety net.
It is.
It's safe for us. It's what we're used to. It's what we're familiar with. So you're saying breaking the mold, but somebody might be listening saying, I saw somebody do that and they failed.
Well,
why should I do it?
But then ask that person, what did they learn from that failure? Because in success, you have to fail. There is no success without failure. And we have to understand that. You are going to fall. You're going to make some mistakes. I've made mistakes in real estate, and I'm just like, I will never do that again. Where I may have even messed myself out of money trying to be nice to people. You know, you have to make sure that you walk away. My question always is, what did I learn from that? What is my takeaway from that? What am I taking away from that experience? Because every experience is there to teach you, especially in business. So you have to know, you have to learn, and you have to be able to just be open to grow.
Yeah. Now, when I initially casted out the vision I had for my business, even some things in my personal life, I live by the scripture that says, Jeremiah, for I know the thoughts I think towards you, thoughts of peace, not of evil, to bring you to an expected end. I'm surprised I remember that. But the expected end never tells you, it indicates the unexpectedness that may happen
Absolutely.
along that path. So how have you been able to, or how important is it for a visionary to maneuver through those unexpected trials, because they're going to come?
And they will.
Right?
You know, I always say that God never shows you the process, He just shows you the promise. And I've lived my life by that. I've lived my life by that, because the process is unknown to us, but the promise is shown to us. So you have to stay on that path. You have to stay within that process. And whatever that process brings, you have to stay focused on that end result. If I am shown that I'm supposed to be walking on my face, or it has to be on that blimp or whatever, you know, I have to stay within that process in order to make that happen in my life. So if I bump, if I slip, if I stumble, I got to get back up, because I got this vision ahead of me. I have to keep going. So
essentially, all of the bumps and bruises are pretty much necessary.
They are.
To get you to that promise or what you expected.
Absolutely. There's no success in business without personal development. So if you are
you just said a mouthful
person,
you
have to. If there is no personal development, your business is going to stay right where you are.
That's good.
Seriously. I mean, if I didn't get out of the box, I was talking to a friend this morning, and I was saying, you know, I've seen my business double since I've gotten out, gotten out to meet new people, getting myself out there, as opposed to relying on those referrals and waiting for that business to come to me.
You went out there and got it.
I went out there and got it. Makes a big difference. That's personal development, though.
Yeah.
Had I not started coming on the radio show, had I not started, you know, going into the mastermind, all of these things that I am committed to for my success and my personal development.
One of the things you touched on inadvertently is creating your own sense of opportunity. Chelsea, who's a good friend of the show, she's mentioned this, alluded to it before, and you just kind of said it, and it's kind of something that guides me. When no one is always going to be willing to give you a platform or give you your own opportunity, but what you said is so key. You got to be able to make it. Make one for yourself. If that means go out and hunting. I remember I was in the early stages of my business doing marketing and branding, and I was getting some people coming in, and things were going good. And I was afraid of settling for the okay, so I just wanted to make sure I was on the up and up. I remember driving around Hobart, looking at different businesses, taking the numbers down, and calling them, saying, hey, do you need a logo? Do you need a website? Do you need marketing services? That was a long and drawn-out day for me. But it taught me the lesson of hard work. How important is hard work for the visionary?
It is so much. You have to be very disciplined. Very, very disciplined, and hard work pays off. There's no such thing as an overnight success. I believe it's Miles Monroe who basically says that yes, it's overnight success, but it may take 20 years. You know, he says something according to that. There is no such thing as overnight success. There is hard work, and you have to make sure that you put in the work in order to get the things out that you're looking for. It's not going to just come to you. It's not going to just be dropped in your lap. You have to go out and get it.
Because we tend to think that if we have the vision, that's the battle won.
No. Right? You have to put an action behind it.
You got to put some work in.